Islam family. This is Mario El Bay. I'm here today to speak on the Moorish movement, the intentions of the entire movement, who it was brought by, founded, etc. Again, I'm Mario El Bay, and our people have to have this information on our prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Reason is because Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought this information, the Moorish information, to the people at a time when we still thought we were Negroes, colored people, and black people. So Noble Drew Ali's mission was to uplift fallen humanity. Since he's transitioned or passed on, it's our duty to uplift fallen humanity. That can be spiritually, that can be uplifting us from a dead position, a dead state, and rising us mentally as a people because of the warfare that we go through on a daily basis with so-called USA or America. Now, Noble Drew Ali was born in 1886 as Timothy Drew, and he was born in the state of North Carolina, or North Carolina State Republic. You have to know about this brother. This brother is very important. That's one reason why you don't hear about him in school systems, elementary schools, junior high, college level. You don't hear about him because he is the brother that has the key information as to why we are lost in this day of time. We are in a psychological warfare. This brother brought back the Moorish nationality to the Americas, what we didn't know about ourselves, that we were Moors. And he has to be thanked, he has to be respected for doing so. Noble Drew Ali was not only a prophet, but he made moves. People got to understand this, that Noble Drew Ali was like the man. The Moorish national and divine movement is not about paperwork, okay? It is not about sovereignty. That's not what it's about. The movement is about understanding nationality, who you are as a Moorish American, and uplifting fallen humanity. Understanding what was taken from us and knowing how to exercise it now. That's what this movement is about. It's not about the other stuff. The other stuff just kind of comes in just as it comes in any type of other organizations, or it comes in as just another adept lesson in the adept chamber, so to speak. So it's not about sovereignty or filing paperwork, so to speak. It's not about that. So don't get it confused as to, oh, I got to get the paperwork done. I got to do that. We're not dealing with dirty Moors on that label, on that level of filing paperwork and nationality without people understanding who they are and what it means, because you don't have to do that. It's free. And big shout outs to rbbaypublications.com. Big shout outs to Canaanland Moors, shout outs to Amazon Bay Show, Anna Ida L, Dr. Arlene Bay, all active Moors that's putting it down. Shout outs. I'm gonna even shout out the passive Moors on this one. You know, hopefully that'll help you get up and be active, put your feds on, and do what you gotta do as Moor. The first piece will be divine warning by the prophet. That'll be the first piece. Prophet warns all Muslims. Governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting in the temple. This is what's supposed to be read at each meeting. Grand Sheiks. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. He was talking at that particular time. Because if you don't show your card when it's needed now, how else are you going to be able to prove jurisdiction? So you still have to understand and decipher what this brother was saying and what he meant by saying certain words or phrases or statements. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. The reason he says for your salvation is because it's letting you know who you are within your heart. It's letting you know who you are. Okay? Failure to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. Remember, 7 Hermetic principles. Remember that. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Drew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. So the prophet designed the temple and set it up to be a certain way. But in 2016, it's not run that way these days. It's not ran that way. All right, check this out. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways. By Noble Drew Ali. That's the divine warning by the prophet Noble Drew Ali. Governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. Think about that. Notice that this brother continuously speaks about the American Constitution. So you have to ask yourself, why is this brother speaking about the American Constitution? Because that's the law, the supreme law of this land in North America. And that governs the activity of what goes on this land. That is the supreme law. Again, check out Article 6. And these people that claim that they have authority over you, they are obligated to this. They take oaths to this. Whether you know this or not, I'm schooling you on this. And people ask us, well, why do y'all think y'all know law? The prophet brought law to us to be conscious of the law of the land. So not enforcing it would be an injustice on ourselves. All right, now check this out. People may enter through it and worship as they desire. Without religious freedom, no search for truth would be possible. Without religious freedom, no discovery of truth would be useful. Without religious freedom, religious progress would be checked, and we would no longer march forward towards the nobler life which the future holds for the races of men. Without religious freedom, there will be no inspiration to lift our heads and gaze with fearlessness into the vast beyond, seeking a hope eternal. It is a sad weakness in us, after all, to oppose our fellow men for their religious beliefs. And if there are angels who record the sorrows of men as well as their sins, they certainly know how many and deep are useless sorrows that spring forth from such opposition. Possibly, love and time will cancel our ancient hatreds in this regard and prove that in mankind, tolerance is better than unwarranted opposition. In connection with our religious aims and beliefs, we must promote economic security. We got to know economics, fam. Got to know economics. We talk a good game, but we have to start putting forth actions in order to make it worthy. All right. Noble Drew Ali brought the nationality to the Moors back to the Americas. We were dead mentally. We thought we were black. We thought we were Negro. We thought we were colored. With that story in Masonry, Hiram Abiff got knocked over the head. You know the whole thing. That's us. we forgot who we are as a people. We got to pick back up where we left off as Moors. Okay? We have to. Now let me get back to this literature. Possibly love and time will cancel our ancient hatreds in this regard and prove that in mankind, tolerance is better than unwarranted opposition. In connection with our religious aims and belief, we must promote economic security. The preaching of economic security among us is by no means as widespread and intensive as circumstances demand. No other one thing is more needed among us at the time than greater economic power, better positions for our men and women, more business employment for our boys and girls, and bigger incomes will follow our economic security. We shall be secure in nothing until we have economic power. A beggar people cannot develop the highest in them, nor can they attain to a genuine enjoyment of spiritualities of life. Our men and women and children should be taught to believe in the capacity of our group to succeed in business in spite of the trials and failures of some of them. Trials and failures in business are by no means connected to any particular group of people. Some business ventures of all people fail. We have many men and women among our people who are qualified both by training and experience, who are shining lights in the business world of all the people. It is a sad weakness in us as a people that we have withheld the very encouragement, support, and patronage that would have made some of our worthy business ventures a grand success. And worst of all, have joined in the condemnations of them when they fail, except in cases of actual dishonesty, discourtesy, lack of service, and actual unreliability. Our business enterprises in every field of endeavor should have fullness of confidence, cooperation, and patronage wherever they can be given. Read carefully the doctrines of the Moorish Science Temple of America. It contains our hopes, aims, rules, and articles of religion. Every member should have a copy. In conclusion, I urge you to remember that there is work enough for all to do in helping to build a better world. The problems of life are largely social and economic. Social and economic, people. Key words: social and economic. In a profound sense, they are more moral and spiritual, which is true. Have lofty conceptions of your duties to your country and fellow men in general, and especially those with whom you deal. This includes such honesty and righteousness as will you cause to put yourself in the fellow's place. Look for the best in order and give the best that is in you. Have a deeper appreciation for womanhood. The reason it's hard for men these days to expect womanhood is because the sisters these days collectively in North America don't act like women. Meaning that they don't take on the role as mother and teach us what we need to be taught as her sons. That's why everything is out of order these days, because the mother is out of order. The mother is out of order. So the children are running wild. Brighten the hopes of our youth in order that their courage be increased to dare and do wondrous things. Adhere at all times to the principle of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I am your affectionate leader. I shall continue to labor day and night, both in public and private, for your good, thereby contributing to the welfare of our country and its people as a whole. Where's the Moroccan Empire? Northwest of Mexico. I'm Mario L. Bay. www.publishedinfo.net. Peace, family.